You're counseled, sis. So I was doing a little thinking. This is something I've been thinking about for the last couple of days, and I wanted to talk about counseled culture. In no specific order, no true definition of it. I think we're still trying to understand what counseled means. So there's been a lot of things going on as we are in this new awakening process and realizing that a lot of things are problematic, offensive, or whatever. And sometimes we get people to say, "Oh, it's too sensitive. Y'all are too sensitive. You can't talk about anything. You can't joke about this and that." So we're learning how to maneuver these spaces and deal with people. Well, not necessarily even not deal with people. That's a trash word. But how to respect other people's things that they do in their life, things that they have, suffered from, things that, make them, like, it might be a trigger for them. Me joking about, someone, doing this, just like Kenya Moore joked about, gender reassignment surgery. That might offend a trans woman or trans man that had to go through their procedure or went through their procedure because they felt, some type of way. So I think we need to be understanding, and we're learning. Now, I want to talk about counsel culture. I know this is rambling, but it's just been really bothering me because there's this thing that once someone does something, we're automatically counseling them. We're automatically saying, "Oh girl, you're counseled. You're counseled. We're not fooling with you no more." But if we were to do that to every little thing, we will all be out here counseled, girl. We will all be a negative zero. We will all be undefined if we think about it. There's some things that I have said that were problematic. There's some things that other people have said. And we need to get to understanding that there's counseled, pending review, and then working on themselves. Like, I think we're so quick to counsel folks that we're not even educating. So are we counseling people and are we educating them in the same time? So I think some people need to be counseled. When we have someone who is a white man that owns a club in a specific area, and a lot of black people frequent this place, and they have a lot of black people that work with them, and then we catch them on camera using the N-word repeatedly, and they're just saying it just comfortable. That is counsel, in my opinion. Now, it could be they can take their life, they can take a whole lifetime trying to figure out, trying to make people think that they're not that person anymore. Just like Jeffree Star, for that matter, for he was saying things about black women, about people of color, joking about them being too dark and that they need to be bleached and all that. Jeffree Star is counseled. He's counseled. I feel like Jeffree Star has learned, that some of the things he said were very offensive. In the same breath, Jeffree Star realized that hurt his brand and it does not look good. And he's been taught that. He's been in an environment that allowed things like that. So I think he did never see a problem with it until it affected him as a person, and that's how you get to people, in fact, their finances. So I think that's Jeffree Star is counseled. Now, a person like, Chrisette Michele, we've told her she went to the Trump inauguration ball. She thought she was going to twirl around in a black maid dress and she was going to make white supremacists and white nationalists feel a certain type of way. And then she didn't even get a chance to see the ultimate white nationalist, and that was Donald Trump. She didn't even get a chance to even have a conversation with him. Now, a lot of people counsel her, but I think she's pending review. She released a Black Lives Matter song that was garbage, and I didn't even want to hear it because I just know it's garbage because it just doesn't sound right. We told you several times, Chrisette Michele, that this was a problem. We told you not to do that, and you still thought that you were going to do it. So people like, and this is even with Lee Daniels. Lee Daniels has, has interviewed and said that he thinks that a lot of black actors and black actresses can't find jobs in Hollywood, not because there's a race problem, but because these black actresses and actors are not working as hard. And since then, I have counseled Lee Daniels. I don't support Star, and I don't support Empire. I don't watch that show. I don't support any of Lee Daniels' creative work. I just don't, and that's just me. I'm not telling people to don't support him, but I'm just saying put your money where your mouth is. I can't have somebody out here with this power, this platform, speaking this ignorant shit, and you sounding like a lot of the like white people, like saying things like that. You're saying things like, "Oh, the black folks are not just working hard enough. That's why they can't find jobs." I don't need a person like that in the position to be able to, like people listening to that. I don't need your voice to be. I don't need people to hear your voice like that. So Lee Daniels is counsel pending review, and I don't think he has shown me that he's interested in it. I'm just not. We had to drag the shit out of him for him to even make what's his name, Jamal, have a black boyfriend or person, like something. Like Lee Daniels, everybody ain't like you, not saying that you don't like black love, but I would like to see a black man with a black man. So as I think about this counsel culture, I think we're really quick, some of us, especially in the social media age, we're able to like, oh, drag this person, drag this person, drag this person. But are we educating while we're doing this? Are we counseling these people and we're having a conversation with them? Now there's some people, I'm not going to give a white supremacist a hug. I'm not going to offer them some water and tell them to chill. I'm not going to do that. But I think in some instances we can have conversations with people and it doesn't have to be berate them. Like I don't have to just, oh bitch, you don't believe what I believe in, go in. But there are some instances, well, like white supremacist counsel, if you don't think that me existing, you think that your people, your whatever ethnic background is better than mine, we have a problem. If you think that I'm not supposed to be awarded the same rights as you, we have a problem. We can't compromise. There is no compromise. That's the same thing with me being gay, a black gay man. I'm black and gay at the same time, and there's some times that I feel like I'm being attacked because I'm gay, and there's sometimes I feel like I'm being attacked as because I'm black. A prime example, yesterday, me and Adrian went to a storage unit and we were paying the bill for this month, and then the white woman, you know, proceeded to tell me, oh, you know, you have 2 IDs. If the police pulls you over, you're going to probably get a ticket. And me and Adrian just got through recording the podcast, and I just was already on 10, and I was just like, and I just said, girl, I'm not worried about white supremacists. Like I was just, you know, just talking out the sun. I was just, oh shit, she's a white woman. And I did want to make her feel comfortable because I'm not ever going to be trying to make a white woman feel comfortable in a world that was created for her and her white man. But when I was there, I said it so quick, and I know Adrian felt it. I was like, shit. I was just like, well, she said, oh, but everything's not about race. And something probably told me to say that because I needed to see how she thought. Because she was very friendly when we walked in, but she said, everything's not about race and da-da-da-da. I said, girl, you as a white woman don't have the ability to tell anybody it's not always about race when you always benefit because of your race. If you don't shut your dumb ass up, she was talking, Adrian was like, girl, like, hurry up. And then she was like, girl. So it was about to get to that. So me and Adrian, we didn't counsel her. We did counsel her, but we didn't drag her right then and there because sometimes we get tired, and that was just not the place. And I just felt like, you know what, not today. So I want people to understand that you do not have to fight every battle, girl. This is not Game of Thrones. You do not have to listen to Peter Baelish. He got cut by the throat talking that shit. But you don't necessarily have to fight every battle. Take a break. Take a break. It's very needed. You know, I think I can't think of his name. I cannot think. Oh my gosh, it's Baldwin. I can't think of it. He said, to be a black person in America, you to be in a constant state of rage. Y'all don't drag me too much because I am not a Morehouse man and I'm not a Spelman woman. Yes, we can be in a constant state of rage, but sometimes we need to take a break. Every time something happens, there does not need to be a Twitter thread. Every time something happens, you don't need to get up and talk about it. Every time, take a damn break. It's very necessary. We are emotional creatures, period. Like, period. And sometimes we will allow these things to be like, we can be so woke to the point that you need to take your ass to bed. You cannot fight every damn thing. It's just not possible. I don't give a damn how much might you give. You're not going to pick a bare tree out of the damn root. You're not going to be able to pick it out of the soil just because you think it and believe in it. It's still going to be there. So sometimes you need to take a break so you can be able to come up with a better plan to get that tree out of there. It's a lot of ways you can do it. But sometimes we are so woke. And I don't even like the term woke. I think that's a trending type of thing, but I think a sense of just urgency, a sense of just knowing awareness and knowing how the world works and what's going on. Like, I'm not saying that I know everything. I'm still learning. We're going to be forever learning. But this conversation is about counseled culture, counseling people based off of one thing. I could have been counseled years ago. I was very anti-black. I was in white spaces several times, and I made comments about stuff about black people to make me sound better, to make them choose me, choose me, choose me. And I realized how trash that was. It was just like, child, look, I was really out here tap dancing. So I have to be like, girl, you know, you can't be dragging every white person, every person all the time. Like, you cannot do that. Now, you can, but take a break. Take a break. We have to all uplift each other. We all have to work in this shit together, because we're not going to end white supremacy. We're not going to end colonization in next week. We're just not going to be able to do it. That doesn't mean give up. That doesn't mean give up, but it just means, girl, you're not, like, everything that you do is not going to make a drastic change tomorrow. It might benefit, it probably will in some cases benefit people going forward in the next generation, but don't wear the whole world on your shoulders. Do not wear the whole black experience on your shoulders and feel like that you have to. Make sure you're staying safe, make sure that you are understanding the environments you are in, and make sure that you, when you're educating people, that you're not talking down to them. Depending on who it is, if it's somebody as a white nationalist, drag your shadow. But if it's somebody that, you know, that's probably black, you know, and they just don't understand. I have a friend that's, you know, a friend guy, and he's somewhat he tap dances too. He doesn't understand it, but I know that it's going to take him some time, and I know he will get there eventually. He believes in pull yourself by your bootstraps, and it's not possible for black people, but when there's several systems and stuff that have never been set up for us, period. So people have this mindset of like, girl, people in these higher positions and stuff and power and stuff, they're not going to be like helping a black man or helping a black woman or whatever, or a person of color or whatever. So I think it's important that we understand that, and understand that you cannot solve everything in one damn day. So take a break, take a break. The think pieces and shit, every little thing, everything that's going on, girl, we just cannot. And I think that's why a lot of people that are very intelligent sometimes go insane, because they think about every little thing. And not saying that you don't need to, but it needs to make sure that you're giving yourself self-care. Sometimes I just not bothered by things. Something doesn't happen, I'll be like, you know what, not today. I'm just not interested in it today. I'm just not. I cannot save everybody. I need to make sure that I put on my mask first before I put on anybody else's mask, because I don't need to drown. Because if I drown, what good have I done if I've died so early in the process? What work have I done? I've not really done too much, because I'm gone. So, and then this person, you know, they're going to be gone too. So we have to understand, put your mask on first before you put on anybody else's mask. And that goes a lot of ways. That financially, friends and stuff that are sucking your energy out, girl. You know, somebody going through some stuff. Sometimes you can be like, girl, let me put my mask on and make sure that I'm good. Sometimes you have to be selfish. And I think that goes into self-care, making sure that you're being selfish and taking care of yourself. But still make sure that, you know, you're supporting other people. But that's all I got. I just want to have a cute little talk with y'all. I love y'all so much. Make sure you're checking out the latest episode of For the Culture Podcast on fortheculturepodcast.com. Make sure you check out kingarees.com, content for the culture. Make sure you're sending those emails to be a contributor on kingarees.com to Justin@kingarees.com. I love y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll talk y'all later. Bye.